Good morning. Welcome to Community Spotlight. My name is David Black. In studio today from Workforce Connection, we've got Jeramey Pickett. Good morning, Jeramey.
Good morning.
And Jeannie Kuennen. Good morning, Jeannie.
Good morning.
So we're here to talk about workforce and getting people employed and things like that. But I got to admit, I've never heard of Workforce Connection. So who are you guys? Who do you serve? What's your mission, basically?
So Workforce Connections, we're the local workforce board. We're funded through the Department of Labor.
Okay.
Our mission is to connect employers to a ready workforce.
Okay.
Really what happens when we get the funding that comes from the Department of Labor, it filters down through the states. Nevada, for ourselves, we get it. We bring it down. It's split up into two pots for the north. It so goes to Nevada Works, who's up in Reno, and then to Workforce Connections, who's down here with us here in Las Vegas.
Is that an even split?
Not an even split.
Because it's
population based.
Population based.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, explain what the $18 million in federal funding is.
So the funding we have, again, as Jeramey said, it's through Department of Labor, and it's to help people get back to work or to get a better job.
And why is it earmarked for Southern Nevada?
So like I said, so we get that funding through the Department of Labor, and when it comes to all states get this funding. So for Nevada specifically, it is split up, and as we talked about, 2/3 of it comes down to the south, and 1/3 goes to the north. So for the south, it's earmarked for us to do that employment and training to work with individuals who are either underserved, who have barriers and so forth, unemployed individuals.
The good thing is, and it's always good news when unemployment is low, but there's still unemployment no matter how low it is, right, generally? So what sort of employment training assistance is needed in Southern Nevada?
Our demographic that we serve, it's changed, especially since the Great Recession has improved. I mean, we've come out of that. Before we were helping people that have been laid off after they'd worked for many years. Now it's people that are underemployed. Maybe they're making low wages or they're only working part-time. Or it's people that haven't worked for a number of years. Also people with disabilities. Maybe they're on public assistance, so it's helping that demographic now.
Because the unemployment rate doesn't always take into account the underemployed, like you said, right?
Correct. They're not even included in that rate.
Unemployment might be low, but a lot of those
people still need help.
Yes. Absolutely.
Second or third job, or even just a better first job.
Right.
Well, who can apply for the funding? Who's this available to?
Nonprofit organizations or for-profit entities are able to apply for the funding, and we also want that they have a capacity to deliver those funds and deliver the services.
Okay. And what are the requirements for this? Is this something that's open to everybody?
You have to have the capacity to deliver what we're asking.
Okay.
Help the people get jobs, deliver the services in accordance with, our rules, regulations that we have to follow.
Okay. Are there misconceptions when it comes to applying for federal funding?
It's not difficult applying for federal funding, but it is very tedious. There's strict timelines, things that will need certain dates.
A lot of hoops to jump through?
A lot of hoops. Lots of hoops.
Well, you can't just hand out that stuff.
You can't just hand it out.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, like Jeannie was saying, there's a lot of accountability that's involved with federal funds. But the nice thing about anybody who's going to come and apply for these funding, we're not going to, award the funder and say, best of luck. Workforce Connections, we offer quite a bit of what we call technical assistance and guidance to help them to ensure that they're delivering those funds appropriately and provide any training that's necessary so they are successful.
Do you find some organizations that are a little scared or intimidated?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think just because it's federal funding, it kind of shies people away because
Right.
of all the rules and regulations that go with that.
But they shouldn't be.
They
Absolutely
shouldn't be. No.
No.
We're here to help them. We're not successful if they're not successful.
Right. Well, what help is available for organizations who may want to apply?
So we're going to host, it's called an RFP 101 workshop, and we're going to host 2 of those on November 5th.
Okay.
One's going to be from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning, and then another one that same day from 2 to 4 at our office. And we'll go over what the funding is, how you can apply for the funding, just to get agencies equipped to know what's coming.
We actually just had somebody from the Goodwill in recently.
They are actually one of our partners.
Okay,
Absolutely.
fantastic.
They are one of our partners.
Yeah, we just talked about all the stuff that they do to get people employed and the help that they do with resumes and interviews and that kind of stuff. So they're one of your main people that come to you then, huh?
Absolutely.
What types of things can you learn at the RFP 101 workshop?
Well, as Jeannie said, that you're going to learn about what the funding is about, how to deliver those services. But some of the other things that we're going to talk about is targeted populations. Look about our expanded footprint that our Workforce Connections has within the community. When we talked about who do we serve as far as earmarked, we serve all 4 counties in Southern Nevada.
Okay.
So we have locations currently in Pahrump, up in Lincoln County, in Caliente. They're serving the surrounding areas, as well as up in Tonopah, and then Clark County as well throughout. So they'll be able to learn about that footprint and what that footprint looks like, our vision. Also, be introduced to our system partners. We've been working really hard about this integration of bringing all of these partners together, serving individuals that have multiple barriers or multiple needs. So they'll learn about some of those community partners, other system partners such as Job Connect, such as Voc Rehabilitation, Adult Education, Department of Welfare and Supportive Services through the TANF programs and the SNAP programs that are offered. So they'll get a perspective of what that looks like.
Sometimes people are busy. What if they can't attend a workshop?
So we are going to stream it and make it available on our website.
That's convenient.
Yes. So anybody, if they're unable to attend those workshops, they can always go to our website and watch the video.
Okay, so they can still apply for the federal funding that way.
Or learn about how to
Or at least
apply.
learn
Yes.
about it,
Yes.
right. What is the process like if you're applying for federal funding? I know, like we said, there's a lot of hoops.
Yeah, it's quite an extensive process. Lots of hoops to jump through. There's grant writing involved, strict timelines for when you have to get information back to us. It's establishing partnerships, whether it's working with your existing partners that you may have or establishing new ones. There's budget requirements, some fiscal requirements you have to go through, and then establishing a program design, how you're actually going to deliver those services.
So what's a typical timeline?
To 6 months.
About 6 months.
By the time we
from
put
start
it
to
out, by the
finish.
time we do the recommendations.
Okay. Now, if people or organizations want to learn more, what should they do? Where should they go?
They should attend the RFP 101. That's
Right.
really where they're going to learn what this is about, what that process looks like, be able to ask those questions, and get the answers firsthand.
I would imagine you guys have a website.
We do have a
We
website,
do.
So if they want more additional information before they even come, they can go to Workforce Connections website,
Okay.
which is www.workforceconnections.org.
One more time.
www.nvworkforceconnections.org.
Okay.
And see who we are as an organization, who we serve, what our strategies are, what our goals are, but also find out about RFP 101.
Social media.
Social media, we're on Facebook, we have a Twitter,
Okay.
and so they'll be able to get some information there, and they can search us on Facebook, like us,
Absolutely. Like us on Facebook.
Okay.
get all that information.
Everybody wants to be liked on Facebook,
Yes.
right? So we've talked about the hoops that you got to jump through, but it's still worth it. What's basically the bottom line?
We're trying to establish some new partnerships. So if you've never heard of us or never had this funding before,
Like me?
yes, come in, learn more about us. Maybe you don't want to apply for the funding directly, but you might want to partner with somebody that is applying, strengthen numbers.
Is there a lot of groups that partner together?
We get a
Yes.
room full.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that beneficial?
It is. I think, when you do a certain type of work, a line of work, you kind of see some of the same faces. So it's really great when we're in a forum like this that you get to meet new faces that
Okay.
come, new
Good
businesses or
networking.
new network. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Network. And that's where a lot of partnerships have developed through that network.
Jeramey and Jeannie from Workforce Connection, thank you guys so much for coming in today. One more time, how to contact you guys and where to get more information.
So to get more information from us, you can go to our website, Workforce Connections, which is www.nvworkforceconnections.org.
Okay.
Or you can go to our One Stop Career Center website, which is www.nvcareercenter.org,
Okay.
and get that information.
And the workshops are coming. The RFP workshops are coming up.
Yes.
November 5th, again, 8:30 to 10:30, and again that same afternoon, 2 to 4.
Okay. And where's that happening at?
It is at our office. It's 6330 West Charleston, Suite 250.
And all
I'm
the
sorry,
info will be
Suite
on-
150. I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
That's all right. That'll all be on the website and the social medias. After everybody likes you, they'll know where that's at. So, thank you two so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.